Bruce was also very committed to interfaith work too, with a multi-faith peace service on Remembrance Sunday every year. And he gave great support to Whiteman Road Mosque and Finsbury Park Mosque, and visited to offer support when they were under attack and at many other times. Bruce supported many other local activities, including the Catholic Worker House for refugees on Mattison Road, the Kurdish Community Centre, the Harringay Green Lanes Traders Association, the campaign against arms trade in Fonthill Road, and prisoners abroad in Finsbury Park. The list is endless, and we all know of so much that Bruce did for each of us and his compassion for the wider community. We're pleased to welcome today representatives from Friends of Finsbury Park, with which Bruce was very involved, and I would now like to invite Kevin Duffy to say a few words on behalf of Friends. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you very much, Kate, and all the organisers.
Right by you now.
Thank you. I've got the experts right next to me here to advise me. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Very good. Well, we're very grateful as the Friends of Finsbury Park to have been invited to participate in this very special event. Much closer. Thank you. I'm honoured. Bruce loved this park, as you all know. Shortly after moving to the area in 1987, Bruce joined the Friends of Finsbury Park, which had been formed a year earlier. He became an active member, serving on the committee and becoming a trustee. For many years, he was also our treasurer. From the outset, Bruce was a positive, encouraging force, keen to create activities in the park that would be inclusive and provide opportunities for the local community to become involved. He encouraged free community festivals and was particularly keen to improve facilities and to provide activities for children and young people. He initiated the annual Easter egg hunt and made a number of attempts to get a paddling pool, an objective yet to be achieved. We'll do it. He also organised safe bonfires for children at dusk on bonfire night. Bruce believed ardently that our parks and trees are the lungs of London, and felt passionately that parks should be for the rest and relaxation of ordinary people.
Hear, hear.
Yes, definitely.
He was resolutely opposed to the large-scale commercial events held in the park, which were I seem to be in tune with the audience.
You're doing very well, Kevin.
That were to become
Get them going.
Get them going, rub them up. That were to become a central policy of Harringay Council. He objected to the deafening noise from the major events, heard not only throughout the park but through a wide area around, and to the hundreds of heavy goods vehicles belching out their polluting fumes whilst coming in and out of the park to take down and put up the village that was required to host and facilitate large events. Valerie, who's here, mentioned recently to me a couple of anecdotes relating to Bruce's activities as part of the Friends of Finsbury Park. I do apologise for my voice, it's very reedy. On one occasion, an expensive stage had been hired for a community event. Bruce was concerned that this expensive stage might be damaged, and he effectively stood guard over it overnight. I think that's correct, isn't it? During the preceding night, to ensure that it came to no harm. On another occasion, some of you might remember this, Bruce was concerned that an air balloon, which had been obtained for a community event, festival might take off earlier than planned, and arranged to have it tethered to a number of cars belonging to Friendship. Some of you present may remember that magnificent balloon. He helped, amongst many other activities, he helped secure a Heritage Lottery Fund grant, a very considerable grant, which helped with a number of repairs throughout the park. Bruce had, as you all know, many demands on his time, but he continued to regularly attend meetings of the Friends of Finsbury Park and to support our activities and campaigning. He was keenly aware that Finsbury Park is surrounded by a number of deprived communities, and that in some of the wards bordering the park, 80% of homes have no access to a garden, and that for them, Finsbury Park is their back garden.
Hear, hear.
Bruce accompanied us to the High Court when we challenged the use of the park for large-scale commercial events, to which, as I may have mentioned, he was resolutely opposed. And this action...
Last line, I missed it.
It'll be coming up again, don't worry. And this led, this action that we took in the High Court led to our securing a really historic ruling which stated that parks were held in trust for the public. I think something that councils need to remember. They do not own these parks, they're held in trust for the public. And they ruled that any revenue generated from events had to be spent within those parks. A particularly fond memory I have of Bruce personally is when he and I were taking a deputation to Harringay Council Cabinet in an attempt to persuade them to change or at least modify their events policy. On the day of the deputation, I was informed by the council leader that they were not prepared to allow Bruce to speak, and that, yeah, amazing, isn't it? And that only I, as the then chair of the Friends of the Park, would be heard. I told Bruce about this, and given that it was a really foul December day, that it was pouring with driving rain, I suggested that he shouldn't venture out. Of course, he completely ignored me, and he came to the cabinet meeting. He was then in his late 80s, but he declined to use the lift, and he bounded up the stairs to the council chamber. When I was called forward to speak, Bruce, much to my surprise, stood up with me, put his arm around my shoulder, and took a seat beside me at the microphone. My voice was better that day than today, I have to admit. He remained silent, but it was a powerful silence, and it sent a clear message of solidarity. I was very moved by that gesture. I'm coming to the conclusion, it was not too long. Bruce would definitely expect me to use this occasion today to put in a plug for the Friends of Finsbury Park, and to encourage those of you who are not already members to join us and become... Very good, on cue, Gina.
Perfect timing.
To join us and to become involved in our many activities. We've got a very active membership, some of whom are here, and regular tree planting and environmentally positive initiatives take place. So please do join us. It's great fun, so do come along. Membership leaflets are available, membership is free. We also have this wonderful history of Finsbury Park, which is available at a special knockdown price of £5. Recommend it highly to all. At Irish funerals, and I've been to quite a few in my time, the ultimate accolade conferred is that the departed one led a generous life. Bruce's was an exceptionally generous life, and we're immensely grateful to him for all that he did for his local park and community. All of those present who knew Bruce will know that he had a great sense of humour and was always jolly and great fun to be with. I remember turning up to one event when he was garlanded in Hawaiian flower garlands. I don't know where he got it from. and a Hawaiian shirt. But he was always beaming and jolly, and the dullest meeting was livened by his presence. That will be my abiding memory of him. Well, Bruce, we will watch over your tree as the Friends, and let it serve as a reminder to us all of the need to emulate your devotion to this park, and of the need to continue to protect and preserve Finsbury Park and all public parks for the unhindered use of future generations. Thank you.
Thanks very much indeed, Kevin, and I'm sure many people will take up your offer of membership.